Hi, and welcome back to another video. And well, it has finally happened. A conservative MP is going to be giving up his seat for Pierre Poilievre to run in a by-election. Now, this by-election that is going to take place, obviously is going to be, triggered, and the Prime Minister will eventually have to call it. And as you can see here, Carney ready to call by-election for Poilievre as soon as possible. Here, let me show you guys this. So, yeah, Mark Carney gave his first press conference since winning the 2025 federal election. And Mark Carney said he's going to call the by-election as soon as possible. He wants as much unity within Canada as possible with all the parties. So yeah, he said there's not going to be any political games or anything like that. So yeah, looks like Pierre Poilievre could be back as a member of parliament very soon. A Conservative MP is giving up his seat to allow Pierre Poilievre to run a by-election after Prime Minister Mark Carney said he'd be ready to call one as soon as possible. On Friday, the Conservative Party announced Conservative MP-elect Damien Kirk will resign to allow Poilievre to run in an upcoming by-election. Kirk was first elected in Alberta riding of Belta River, Crowfoot in 2019. The Conservatives handily won that riding on Monday with nearly 82% of the vote. In an upset, Poilievre lost his Ottawa-era riding of Carleton, a seat he's held for 20 years, by more than 4,300 votes to Liberal candidate Bruce Vanjoy. But despite losing his seat and leading the party was first failed attempt to defeat the Liberals, Poilievre appears to have support from the party for the party for now. Poilievre is absolutely staying on. Former leader and re-elected Conservative MP for the riding, Regina Andrew Scheer, told TV Power Play on Wednesday. So yeah, Poilievre, we already knew he's going to be staying on as Conservative leader, but now he is going to be running in this by-election, which we also knew was going to happen. But looks like it took a while here, last couple of days, for Pierre Poilievre to really convince any of his fellow colleagues in the Conservative Party to quit in their in their own riding, in their own seat here, so that he could run it and he could be a member of parliament and he could once again become the leader of the opposition, and stay on as Conservative leader. So, yeah, so that is where is it here? The Alberta riding of Belta River Croft. Okay, so if we go here, we can see exactly how conservative this is. Now, they said that originally he won this by 81%. Yeah, so in 2025, right, there's Damien Kirk, right, we have NDP only getting 4% of the vote, Liberal only 11, and this Conservative candidate getting 81% of the vote. So that is how conservative this seat is. And like it said, it takes place, right, in Alberta, yep, right in the middle of Alberta here, or right, a little south of Alberta, but yeah, it takes place in Alberta, and Pierre Poilievre is going to want to run in this seat. It is very, 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 very conservative, which is probably what Poilievre and the Conservatives want here. Damien Kirk looks like he's ready to really take one for the team, and to no longer become a member of Parliament here, which is really, something interesting here. But yeah, Poilievre is going to be running in the seat. He's probably going to win it by a huge margin. I don't think he's going to lose it again. I think he lost his seat in Carleton here, which I can bring up for you guys. I don't think he's going. He only lost his seat in Carleton because it was so. It had so many people on the ballot, so it was so unnecessary. Look at all these votes that could have went to other candidates, that went to all of these independents that didn't need to be on there. And they all got like 0% of the vote. This made no difference. The only one that like made any sort of is this person, right? When they, the votes start to get higher. But there's so many people here, so many people that shouldn't have been made on here. And I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine the process of printing out a ballot that has all these people on here that were, and I do believe that it was because of all these people on here, right? These 90-something people. I believe that they were the cause that eventually led Pierre Poilievre to lose his own seat. Look at all this. Like, if we could just go down to the independents, right? This is at least maybe 300 people, I'd say. Around maybe 200 to 300, I'd say. But I mean, not even that would be enough for Pierre Poilievre to really make a comeback here. because obviously of the NDP, which took, outside 1,000, and the Greens, which won over 500 votes, was quite a bit. But Pierre Poilievre losing in his own riding was something. But yeah, he is going to try and make this comeback in this riding here. That this conservative MP elect won with 81% of the vote. Pierre Poilievre says that he probably thinks he'll be able to win it. He probably will. He probably will. He'll probably easily win it. This by-election could probably have been. It could have gained a lot of attention if Canada wasn't in this political state where it kind of just wants to be really over the political chaos that has been for over a couple months now. And I think that the Liberals will probably put a candidate in here, or maybe not. Maybe they'll let, Pierre Poilievre cruise to victory here. We'll have to see what the Liberal Party does. I think that Mark Carney may tell them not to do it. Just let Pierre Poilievre easily win his by-election riding. Just let him win it easily. Or maybe the Liberal Party puts up a candidate in protest. You don't know. You don't know. But what's going to happen here is Pierre Poilievre is easily going to be winning this riding here. And so he'll be able to be a member of parliament. He'll be able to, once again become opposition leader, and remain as leader of the Conservative Party. However, there is going to be a vote for a leadership review on this upcoming Tuesday. So Pierre Poilievre's fate isn't exactly saved here. It is still undetermined, and we're still going to, there's still a lot more that could happen here. And I think we're going to see a lot more happen with these next couple of days. But when it comes to Parliament, I think Pierre Poilievre is definitely going to be staying in Parliament. He's going to be running for this seat, and he's going to easily win it. As for being Conservative leader, I think that is still undetermined. I think that there's going to be this leadership review. Either Pierre Poilievre is going to survive it, or he isn't. And if he doesn't, that will be very interesting to see where the Conservative Party goes from there. But anyways, that is the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.